Hi, my name is Jonathan Svitak. I'm the attorney with the Shannon Law Group, and our firm helps people recover from vaccine injuries or adverse events. And we do this by filing petitions for them in the Vaccine Injury Compensation Program. So today we're going to talk about the seasonal influenza vaccine and some of the injuries or conditions that are associated with that vaccine. First, it must be said that millions of people get the flu vaccine every year without incident. However, there are, on rare occasions, some injuries or conditions that have been associated with it. The flu vaccine was developed back in the 1930s and has since protected millions of people every year. The reason we refer to it as a seasonal influenza vaccine is because every season the various strains that are identified by the World Health Organization inform what type of seasonal influenza vaccine is going to be developed for that year. So that is why every year we need to get a new flu vaccine, because it includes different strains. The CDC recommends the seasonal flu vaccine for children aged 6 months and up, and for adults. Now, some of the injuries that have been associated with the flu vaccine and are specifically listed on the vaccine injury table include SIRVA, which is a shoulder injury related to vaccine administration. Now, a SIRVA injury occurs when the administration of the flu shot is either done in the wrong spot or at the wrong angle, and it causes inflammation in your shoulder joint. So that can cause tendonitis, a rotator cuff injury, or bursitis, and it's similar to any other type of shoulder trauma. Some of the treatment involved in that injury includes therapy, a cortisone shot injection, and even in some cases surgery. That is by far the most common type of vaccine injury that we see at our practice, and we have hundreds of cases like it. Another injury or illness that's associated with the flu vaccine is called Guillain-Barré syndrome, and this is an autoimmune disorder that results in a numbness or tingling sensation in the extremities, which can progress to paralysis or semi-paralysis. This is obviously a very dangerous condition, and without immediate treatment can actually result in death. Some of the treatments involved for a Guillain-Barré syndrome injury or condition include something called IVIG therapy or a plasmapheresis treatment. Now, this is typically over the course of a 5-day hospital stay and can significantly improve your symptoms. Even after that therapy or that treatment, most likely you're going to need some kind of physical or occupational therapy, and maybe even speech therapy if the Guillain-Barré syndrome caused any problems in your speech or swallowing. Other conditions that are related to the flu shot include fainting or temporary loss of consciousness, as well as anaphylactic shock or severe allergic reaction to the vaccine. Both of these can be treated immediately or without significant long-term issues. However, with fainting or with a severe allergic reaction, the sequelae can be significant if it involves some kind of serious fall, or if the severe allergic reaction isn't treated immediately. Now, if you believe you've experienced one of these vaccine injuries or conditions, you might be entitled to compensation in the Vaccine Injury Compensation Program. And how that program works is an attorney would help you draft a petition alleging that you experienced a vaccine injury, and making sure that your injury meets the criteria set forth in the vaccine injury table would entitle you to compensation. The way we do that is by drafting the right petition for you, getting all the necessary medical records that we need to help prove that you've experienced the injury listed on the table, and making sure that all the other evidence that we need is included with the petition for the court and for the government to make a determination. Now, assuming that you do meet the criteria set forth in the vaccine injury table, it's likely that the government will concede that you have a vaccine injury. And the question then becomes, what kinds of compensation are you entitled to? That's where we would come in again and help determine how much out-of-pocket medical expenses you've incurred as a result of that injury, whether you've incurred any lost wages or earnings as a result of that injury, and what your pain and suffering is that you've experienced while you were treating for that injury. All of these things combine to form what your compensation would become in the vaccine injury compensation program. At this stage, your attorney would advocate on your behalf for the compensation you're entitled to and try to work out a resolution with the government on that number. If there are any disputes between us and the government, the judge is there to resolve those disputes and award you the compensation that you deserve. Now, throughout this entire process, you're not going to pay the attorneys anything. The attorneys are paid through the program, through the same fund that pays out compensation for individuals who've experienced injuries. So at no point during the entire process do you ever have to worry about if, when, or how your attorney is going to be paid. If you'd like to learn more about the Vaccine Injury Compensation Program, I wrote a book about it last year called The Vaccine Injuries: Understanding the Vaccine Injury Compensation Program. If you'd like a free copy of this book, text VICP to 312-847-2428, and our office will send you a free copy, no questions asked. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing to our channel for more content like this.